Yo, what is going on, fellas? Let's go ahead dive right into the topic of the day. That is the new AP change that EA has released. We now have been cut in half from 12 to 6. That really is going to screw with a lot of people's lineups, but overall, I don't think it changes a ton in terms of what you really want your players to have. You now are just forced to use some of the same meta players, right? The guys that get AP for zero. So, like you see right here on my offensive line, all of my offensive linemen have secure protector. They all have it for zero AP. Now, you see, I got John Madden, Skaronski, all basically the rookies, right? Darnell Wright, Paris Johnson Jr., Trent Williams. They all have secure protector. That means I'm never going to really get screamed at unless somebody is sending a blitz. Also, it is going to deactivate anybody that rocks inside stuff or no outsiders, which is key for the scheme that I run. Also, I am running two receivers. I run a two receiver offense, which is the single back wing stack. You guys can check the live streams to see how I'm actually using that. But I'm using two receivers, two tight ends, and a running back. Now, my two receivers in wing stack really can't be pressed without giving up a big play. So I don't worry about short out elite. I only am focused on route tech. So you could go either route tech or short in elite for zero AP. You see both my players, Odell Beckham Jr. and Greg Jennings, have route tech for zero AP. Now, what that does is it essentially gives me the flexibility of putting the AP, the 6 AP, on my quarterback, my running back, and my tight ends. So I went ahead and I'm still using Ken Stabler. You can use Aaron Rodgers if you want to spend the coins on him, but on Ken Stabler, we'll go ahead and pull him up real quick so you can see. The abilities that I am rocking are Hot Route Master for 1 AP, Set Feet Lead for 1 AP. He gets Gunslinger by default. Now I am using him over Rodgers, A, because of the price, and B, because I do not like Slinger 1. Ken Stabler has Generic 3. Gen 3 is generally a little bit better at throwing deep, and my offense is built around throwing the ball deeper down the field with a lot of one play touchdowns. I run the ball. I have some dots short to the middle, but I'm really looking when I pass to go over the top. So that's what I prefer at the quarterback position. Now, like I said, you can use Aaron Rodgers if you want, and all of this changes with your theme teams if you're running a theme team at this point. But for me, and I broke this down earlier in the year, I believe the single best card in MUT, hands down, without a doubt, it's not even up for debate in my opinion, is Quadfather. So with Quadfather being broken, it's been broken all year. They have made changes to make the AP more, so I have to spend 3 AP on this card, which is half of the AP that I actually get in the entire game. So for me, I am running the ball a lot. I am going to go ahead and get the best running back that I can have on the field. Now, I'm also rocking a Packers theme team, so you can look at his attributes really quick and see 98 speed, 98 excel, 97 agility, 96 change of direction, 98 truck, 99 break tackle, and of course, he's got the 96 strength, so he's going to fall forward a lot. And overall, he is just phenomenal. He's got the ability, the freight train quadfather ability, which means he's going to break that first tackle more times than not. And the other abilities that I rock on him, and really what I think makes him stand out more than others, is persistent, which means you have to hit me in the backfield twice for a loss of yards before it'll deactivate the freight train ability. And then even when you do that, then all I have to do is play 5 more downs and I get the ability back. So best card in the game, hands down. I have reached for it on him. Don't know if it does anything, but it's zero AP. It is his only zero AP besides closer, which I don't think you really even need because I'm not really taking too many hits in the backfield. So that's it. That's what I am rocking with on the running back. And then on the tight end, once again, I am rocking a run heavy type of offense. I am going to rock Gronk, who has Vanguard, which is going to pancake the defensive backs since everybody wants to be in dollar or they want to run nickel over. They're going to have a ton of defensive backs on the field. Well, if they do that and they have these defensive backs on the field, they'll get pancaked, which means I'll have a lot more running lanes, easy crib shot type of touchdown runs, and really forces my opponent to overreact to really the quad father and then this Vanguard ability. So I'm spending 4 AP on two players that are relatively cheap. Gronk was free if you grinded the comp pass, and then AJ Dillon or Quadfather is like less than 200K. So those two players alone, 4 AP of my 6. The other 2 goes on the quarterback, and of course I've got short and elite on Gronk. So with me running a 2 tight end offense, you have Gronk on one spot, you have Vernon Davis here on the other. He's got short and elite. Once again, that's 0 AP. So overall, I get everything I want besides threat detector and identifier. I also don't get fearless at my quarterback spot. The ball generally comes out too quick for fearless to really animate, and nobody's going to be putting under pressure on their players, especially if they have to pay for it. So that's the way I went about eliminating fearless from my quarterback. I do wish I had threat detector, although in this particular style of offense, it doesn't really matter to me. And then identifier is nice just to see who people are lurking on for the most part. And defensively, I have switched over to the 4-3 even 6-1. Once again, you can see gameplays of this in my live streams. Just click the live tab. You'll see a whole bunch of live streams from the last couple days. And I am rocking Pick Artist and Deep Route KO on both of my safeties. You see I've got Charles Woodson and Palomau, with Deion Sanders having deep out or deep route KO and mid route KO, along with pick artist, and then this Keith Taylor card who has deep route and pick artist as well. All of these players are rocking pretty generic abilities, so no matter what your theme team is, you can pretty much just pick and choose any of these players that have those same ability combos. Once again, Palomau was free, Keith Taylor was free, Charles Woodson I pretty much have to hit the 50 theme team, and then Deion Sanders is the only one on my team that gets that extra ability point with the free mid route KO. So besides that, that is 4 of the 6. The other 2 I spend on my defensive ends for when I want to play coverage. I have both of the AKAs going crazy at the defensive end spots. It really allows me to mix up whether I'm in coverage or if I'm blitzing. I am running the 4-3 even 6-1 as my main base defense right now. I was using Quay Walker with Jalen Smith at the outside linebacker spot and Greg Jennings at the other outside linebacker spot. Both of those have either lurker or pick artist. Now, there are new cards that dropped today. Still waiting kind of to see what those abilities are. I might switch over and rock Carmichael as my user, as my middle linebacker, just because of how tall he is. But we'll kind of see what abilities he gets and see if that changes anything. But basically, the way that I'm going about playing this game from this point forward, if there is not a 0 AP ability that I really want to abuse, I'm not going to use it. Card's not going to be of very much use to me, and I am not falling into their trap of buying these new cards just to get an extra free ability spot. They're really going to have to make these cards really cracked out because all these players are 99 speed. They all have at least one free ability. So if they don't have 2 abilities that are free or more, none of those cards are even relevant for me personally at the time. But yeah, I highly recommend that anybody that wants to play this game in the MUT streets and not playing in tournaments, which there really aren't anymore at this point, go ahead, grab yourself Quadfather. Go ahead, build a 50 out of 50 Packers theme team, and call it a day. It will make your life that much easier because you can simply run stretch, you can run belly weak, you can run dive, you can run halfback blast, and nobody is going to be able to stop you because with the AP cut on defense, nobody can afford to rock secure tacklers. Not that secure tacklers were great at stopping Quadfather, but they at least contained it a little bit. And now there's no shot. They have no shot because everybody's going to rock one step ahead. They're going to rock pick artist. They're going to rock one of the route combo or route KOs, whether it be deep, medium. They may go zone, but generally that's where their AP is going to be spent. Nobody's going to be using linebackers for the most part unless you're running 4-3 even 6-1 where you have to. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the way I'm playing. I think this is the most optimal way to play this game at this point. If that changes, I will drop another video and I'll let you guys know. So, once again, make sure you guys check out the live stream for all the gameplay for the last couple nights. I have been rocking 6 AP, so you guys should be able to see exactly how this works, even when I was going up against people that had 12 AP. So I will be dropping live streams pretty consistently moving forward. So make sure you are subbed to the channel. Make sure that you have those notifications on if you want to check those out live. If you don't want to check them out live, they are always saved for you, and you can always check them out after the fact. So with that being said, hope you guys have a good day. Catch you in the next one.